Yo, guys, thanks for checking out Collector Kings. We just wanted to come at you with another discussion video. This time, we're talking about an interesting topic. We're actually having Naruto with the Sharingan and Sasuke with the Nine Tails. I almost say Kyuubi, but Nine Tails, that's the English translation. Basically, we're just trying to see who's going to do it better. It's going to be through three milestones. First, when they first come out of the academy. The second's going to be around the tuning exams when Sasuke gets the black suit, Naruto gets the summoning, and the third is going to be the end of the series towards Final Valley. So let's go ahead and get it started off with the straight out the academy. Me and Cheek God or God of Cheeks, my bad, are going to be saying we favor with Sasuke. So no, we're going to see we favor with Naruto.
Hmm.
He would be the stronger one, especially during the academy because he had a lot more milestones than Sasuke did. And what that really means to me, even though he didn't have any control over the Nine Tails, we can still say he had that vast amount of chakra from the, just being a tail beast or a Jinchuriki in the first place, which is, common sense. But we also got to think just having the chakra and having the ability to learn an S rank jutsu, the multi
Hmm.
shadow form jutsu, two different things. The Nine Tails did enable him to do it, but I'm not going to say he still couldn't do that without the Sharingan because Naruto himself is really a genius, and people don't like to play that because he's really book stupid, but fighting wise and even learning jutsu, this nigga's very talented, bro. Like very talented. I mean,
Is
Tyree,
so
you got.
is
Go
Sasuke
ahead.
not?
So, before I get off to y'all's questions, I did want to give Tyree a second to go ahead and
All right, go
say
ahead.
anything he had to.
I know we just had like a whole preamble. I do want to say, uh, well, I guess I can wait until we get into the actual discussion for it. So, yeah, and I just think Naruto has better opportunities overall, like throughout the whole of the series. So he's just gonna do better.
So, is there anything specifically when he was younger that you think will put him above Sasuke when he was younger?
Specifically, when he was younger, this is I have to ask because are we just giving him the Sharingan? Because technically, Sasuke didn't get it until the massacre, and
So,
Naruto
no,
won't have that. Are we just giving it to him like at the same
so
time?
we are under the assumption he would get something the same way normally. Not saying he'd go through a massacre, but he would get it around the same time. It'll would
Right.
awaken, probably by something else, but we ain't gonna get specifically into what would awaken it.
Right. Well, I would argue that Naruto was likely second best, if not third best, in taijutsu in his class, and his other scores were just extremely bad.
Hmm.
I would argue his taijutsu was very good for his age.
So, Kai, with that being said, can you please repeat your question?
With Naruto being such a prodigy or whatever they want to call him, like you said, he was book smart and battle. Well, he wasn't book smart, but he was battle smart. But Sasuke was both.
Sasuke was both under an extreme amount of training and discipline. To be honest, from the beginning part, he was definitely at the top of his classes and everything.
Hmm.
But we gotta wonder, is that due to the Sharingan? Because he did have it, he didn't use it, but he definitely had it. You know,
When did he first activate it and use it in the series?
he
Haku.
didn't. Yeah,
Huh?
Haku.
Haku. He unlocked it during the massacre, but it was like traumatizing for him, so he couldn't re-unlock it until Haku.
Okay. So I feel like in that fight he would have done a lot better with the Nine Tails, actually. With that
You
chakra
think
reserve.
you think a QB1 cloak would have survived a Tsukuyomi from Itachi?
A QB1 club. But I mean, who had to deal with that though?
You talking about the Tsukiyomi when he was a kid?
Yeah.
So
Oh, I
let
mean,
me
Genjutsu really doesn't. Does Genjutsu work on Naruto? Because I'm pretty sure he's
Genjutsu.
broke that a lot.
He did, but he only broke it with the training that he got from Jiraiya, where he told him to deplete his chakra levels down to 0 and then shoot them to 100 within 1 second. So that
Yeah,
was not related to the Nine Tails. It did help because of his chakra
Uh huh.
reserves again, but that was not the reason Naruto learned how to do it. He learned how to do it because he's a goat.
a Jinchuriki has to be perfect because then their chakra is mixed with their tailed beast,
And is
so that
Sasuke's whole thing not surrounded around perfection? Like Naruto
I
goes through trials and tribulation, and that's fine. I like to see people progress, but sometimes when it comes to Sasuke, it kind of seems like he catches on to things faster. So would he not have been almost arguably better at doing that?
I would only say no because Kurama didn't want to give Naruto chakra. He wouldn't want to give Sasuke chakra neither. I don't think he would be able to use it at all.
He still got it.
I'm
You don't think Sasuke would have been able to use his chakra?
I'm
Not the
pretty sure
Night
he brute
Sisters.
force it. He would definitely brute force it, and he would continuously attempt to brute force it until he broke Kurama's will. And I feel like
Okay,
that Psycho would do it, and I believe he can do it.
If I'm being honest, if Sasuke would have continued down, like let's say in a weird, strange change of events, like in a world where Sasuke just has the Nine Tails and he's still going about killing Itachi, then he goes and kills Itachi, and then now he wants to revenge on a hidden leaf. If I'm being honest, that attitude fits with like part one Kurama because all he wanted was like destruction, but he hated humans too. But it's just like I felt like he would have been more willing to give Sasuke chakra or kind of partial control just to wreak
And
havoc. You know what I mean?
I'd like to interject if I could.
Yeah.
Let's have a flashback to season one. I think it was like episode 25 when they first went to retrieve Sasuke with Sai at Shippuden. And then Sasuke ended up using his Sharingan on Naruto and going into the Kurama's
Yeah, and then he
realm.
burst this fucking thing with by squeezing his nose and shit.
Yeah, so you must remember what the Naruto said. Oh, fuck the Sharingan, that reminds me of Madara. So he hates all Sharingan users, and if he found
Hmm.
out that Sasuke had the Sharingan, he's definitely not helping that nigga.
But remember, Sasuke doesn't have the Sharingan in this scenario.
He's
That is correct.
Uchiha. He can see everything that's in Naruto's stomach. Why can't he see everything that's in Sasuke's?
I'm
He
saying
knows
you
What
just
he's trying to
we're
say is,
stating this as a Sasuke doesn't have the Sharingan, Naruto does. Sasuke has the Nine
mhm,
Tails.
he's an
that's
Uchiha.
correct.
We still say he's from the same clan, didn't we?
Yeah, but he doesn't
Yeah,
have the Sharingan.
same plan. But he don't
That's
got
what
the
we're
Sharingan.
operating under. That he never received it. He just doesn't have it.
That
he
doesn't
wouldn't
make
That's
have
him
right.
the
not.
Sharingan,
That
but he
doesn't make
would be
him not an
constant.
Uchiha, bro.
Yeah, he
Uh-oh,
would be
y'all doubled
Does
up.
every
constant.
Uchiha have the Sharingan?
No,
No. I'm
Right.
saying Madara. I'm saying the Nine Tails hates every Uchiha because of Madara.
he already doesn't like people. He would have an extra reason not to like Sasuke. And realistically, Sasuke as a kid being raised with the Nine Tails in the Uchiha compound, Kurama would get fucked with by someone with a Sharingan.
On top of that, Sasuke doesn't even have good control of his curse mark. How can he control something drastically more sentient and drastically more fueled by hate? Kurama would take that nigga over quick as
So,
hell.
correct
Even
me.
even if
Is
he
Curse Mark Sage mode?
no curse mark
Yes,
Is it?
it
Yeah, I
is.
thought that was
It,
stated to be
but
Sage mode.
the curse mark is
Senjutsu.
forced sage mode. So the mark itself absorbs Senjutsu chakra, and that's why they change
Right. So
into
if you've never been properly trained on how to control Sage mode, then that's more of a forced, like that's forced upon him. He doesn't choose that.
Forced evolution, man.
But if he had proper training in that, Sasuke would have undoubtedly been a
no.
proficient user in that. You don't think
Well,
so?
he Sasuke maybe could have became a sage towards the end of Shippuden, but it's stated you have to
I'm
have
talking
extreme
curse
chakra.
mark, curse mark.
Let's
It's
Like,
get
the
back to
same
the
principle.
nine tails so
because
we don't
He
get off
basically
track.
I feel
mastered
like
curse mark.
Naruto Sage mode is different than Sasuke's.
It is. It is, but it's the same principle. It's drawing in sage energy and mixing it with your own chakra. They just don't. He doesn't do it
Mm-hmm.
consciously. Naruto has to do it consciously.
That's the thing. If he was trained on how to do it consciously, How much of a fucking power up do you think he'd have from that?
Sasuke would be an incredible sage, but just like Madara was a sage, but he's not,
So let's get
and he
back to
wouldn't
the
be a
nine
kid.
tails, y'all, just so we don't get off track.
Well,
Um,
go ahead.
yeah, I just wanted to make sure. What's our final verdict on milestone for when they first graduated the academy? I'm gonna say Naruto still. If you guys have
I
time.
honestly, this might be awful. I feel comfortable giving it to Sasuke because I do think he would just give in to the Nine Tails, which would inevitably give him a dub. But I think that's the only place he could possibly win.
It's definitely Sasuke. Clearly,
Okay.
But
I would
Naruto
say
still
Sasuke,
wasn't weak enough
honestly.
for his emotions to break through to Kurama's seal while he was that little. So maybe not. But Naruto would have the Sharingan.
Naruto would have the
I'm
Sharingan, but
changing my answer.
Naruto was not a better taijutsu user. If it came down to throwing hands, at that
Yeah.
time, Sasuke was better at controlling his chakra than Naruto was. At that
Hey,
time,
but now we're talking about
Naruto would
advanced,
take
bro.
the L. He
Now
would
we're
take
talking
the
about
L regardless.
If we
now
want to
we're
be
talking
real,
about a Naruto who can keep up physically
if we want to
and
be real,
uh
I'm sorry, Terry. You go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
uh yeah, a Naruto who can keep up physically and just being an Uzumaki, he would have way more chakra, the ergo stamina, than Sasuke. Not to mention uh
Why? How would he
uh
have more stamina than Sasuke? I mean, yeah. How would he have more stamina than Sasuke if he has the
because
Nine
he's an
Tail
Uzumaki.
Fox?
He's an Uzumaki, and the Nine Tails doesn't boost. It's not going to boost Sasuke. It might boost his base levels to have it since he was a
It would
baby.
boost his
But Naruto
physical
has as much
attributes
chakra
and
as a
his
baby.
chakra.
Huh?
It would boost his physical attributes and his chakra. Like, look at the
Right,
speed blitz that he got from
but
Kurama
it's
anytime
sealed.
he's used him.
Right, but it's sealed behind
Gate.
the not the 8 trigram seal, or
Mm-hmm.
no, the Reaper Death seal now. So the chakra he can get is really minuscule, like way less than Naruto was able to muster from Neji during that fight. Because by that point, they're already talking about the seal weakening. So like it was probably at its strongest point in the series at this point. And for Sasuke to get any skill, he has to struggle with the Nine Tails to control his chakra in the first place. Whereas Naruto just has the Sharingan, he can just train with the Sharingan. He doesn't have to worry about that drawback. That was Naruto's problem because he had to focus so much on controlling his chakra, and he wasn't smart enough or had any guidance to really do it himself.
So Sharingan gives you better chakra control.
He wouldn't have Kurama fucking with his chakra.
So just to be clear, it does give you a better. It's a little similar to the Six Eyes, and which it lets you better understand chakra. So if you're smart enough, which I'm not really sure if Naruto would be, I mean maybe he would be. I don't really know, but yes, it does give you a better understanding of how to use chakra, so you can use it more efficiently. It doesn't directly give you better chakra control.
And where are we under the understanding that Sasuke obviously had better battle IQ than Naruto?
Hmm.
No, I'm still thinking Sasuke had better IQ, better
I'll
battle
give you
IQ than
battle
Naruto.
IQ.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
raised around
So
legends. Yeah, I'll give you battle IQ.
so have we moved on to the point where we're at the tuning exam yet or no?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. So, and one thing I did want to say about Naruto having the Sharingan overall, basically has the Rinnegan in which he can see multiple places at once because he's still using the multi-shadow plane jutsu. And 20 niggas with the Sharingan, that's kind of insane. But we don't even know if he'd be able to summon the same amount of clones. I would
He
assume
wouldn't.
he could summon a good
He,
number still because, like I just said, the efficiency and chakra is still not having the masses. Because early Naruto, he had a lot of chakra, but he also used a lot of chakra and didn't learn how to use it more efficiently until much later in Shippuden.
Yeah.
So if Naruto
most
already still had a lot of chakra being at base and then got a better efficiency of it, I'm willing to think it still equals out, not equals out to the amount of what the Nine Tails fully can do, but equal to the amount of what Naruto was grasping from the Nine Tails in the first place. Personal opinion. Um, as far as during the tuning exams, I really feel like that would give him a much easier time learning what's it called, summoning jutsu,
Right.
and being able to use it because of the efficiency.
The chakra
And
control.
yeah, and Sasuke at that point, he dealt with a lot of because around the tuning exams is when Itachi pulled up. Am I right or am I wrong? Or was that was like right after Garga and everything, right?
That was like in
That
the
was,
middle when they had time to train, I think.
yeah, we still considering that around the same
Are we
time
doing
frame.
end of tuning exams?
Yeah, yeah. Let's just say during the end of tuning exams, just to be safe.
Okay.
But I personally feel like Sasuke had a lot going on mentally wise. He just took an ill by Gara. I mean, not by Gara. He just took an L by Lee earlier in the tuning exams. He basically took an L in front of Sakura and everybody by the Sound Ninja. Took an L by Orochimaru. Um, and seeing Naruto get all these dubs. He barely got through the fucking fight with what's it called? The fight with that one nigga that he did lines barrage on in the tuning exams.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
and then he got hospitalized because his curse mark, which would probably go hyperactive with his fucking nine tails. Just an assumption. I don't know how that would really transpire.
Assuming that he could have still had it placed on him by Orochimaru, because I mean, what
Well,
happens when he gets out of control and the Kyuubi
I
comes
thought
out?
we were just gonna. I thought we were just gonna put them in the same places.
What do you mean same places? Go ahead.
Like,
Oh, swap
like
places.
regardless of how Sasuke both has the Kurama and still leaves with Orochimaru, and they
Yeah,
still like the same process.
100%. He would still get the curse mark under the logic we're doing. Um, so with that being said, I feel like he'd have even more chakra, but he'd have a lot less control. Now he got two things fucking him up. So I'm gonna give it to Naruto again.
I would like to say I'm pretty sure I could be wrong. You can fact check me on this. I'm pretty sure the multi shadow clone jutsu was created by the Uzumaki because they had so much chakra. So I'm pretty positive
Insane.
Naruto could still make 1,000 clones. But
As
I
a
think the
child?
question, yeah, yeah, just like he did
Fuck
against
no.
Mizuki.
I don't think so.
As soon as he learned the jutsu, he did it.
Armin, what you think?
Maybe not 1,000 as a child, but I don't think Sasuke can deal with 100 anyway.
With Sasuke's taijutsu? Wait, are we forgetting the fight on top of the hospital where he was cooking him?
With the
Yeah,
Sharingan. With the Sharingan.
Yeah, with the Sharingan.
Nigga still had taijutsu though. Y'all is hating right now.
No,
But
we're
it
This
won
nigga
every fight.
taijutsu skills
no,
is still
it was.
fire, bro.
And with
dude,
that
It was.
taijutsu, if Kakashi didn't step in, Naruto would have blew his fucking arm up.
He
yeah,
probably would have blew
yeah.
half his chest off. But we don't know how that collide would have went. Y'all are saying that because of the end result and him seeing the end of that
No,
shit. But
no,
That's the
their
whole reason he was
clashes
upset.
usually
hold on,
end with both of them being injured.
hold on.
Usually, but that one didn't
No,
happen for a reason.
So what
the
about the
reason
ending battle and the end of Naruto?
Naruto
that
was
has
trying to
nothing
subdue Sasuke. He was
that has
playing
nothing to
defense
do
the
with
whole
it.
time. He could have.
Oh man.
That has to do with a lot more chakra than what we're talking about now. But also on a very, very, very basic level, wind style beats lightning style in the pentagram.
Mm-hmm.
So it already
Yeah,
goes. That's like
yeah.
saying, oh, a nigga came at me with fire style and I had water style. Somehow the fire style nigga still won.
But isn't it still possible for you to be
But
beaten
it's been
by
shown. Yeah, go ahead.
weaker,
They
like
were
a
way
weaker chopper element?
they were way too close in power level for that to have happened.
Yes, at in the original version. But if we take in our what if version, I think it's still up in the air. I'm unsure where the scale to power is at right now because we're like if we're going at the end of the tuning exams, we still had them fighting Haku beforehand and Zabuza, so we got
Yeah.
to take that into account. We still have to take into account how exactly Naruto's progression is after his fights in the Chunin exams, as well as Sasuke's fights during the Chunin exams. How that would exactly, put them pin them up against each other. If Naruto got the Sharingan, like at what point would his eyes be at? Would he have the two dots or would he have the three dots then? And then with Sasuke, because at some point Kurama will have to, essentially give in. He's not gonna be able to be inside caged up all the time. He was not happy being caged up inside of Naruto without having no way out. So what makes it be the thought that fucking Kurama is not gonna help out Sasuke? That's his only way out. That's his only way to actually, hey, I'm doing something, I'm being helpful.
That's
I
not
don't
true.
see it going
That's
no
not
other way.
true because the biggest plot hole in the whole series was the fact that Kurama helped Naruto at all. Because if Naruto died, he would have reformed somewhere else in the world. Spoiler alert for Boruto. Spoiler alert.
No,
But
that
like
is
he
facts,
did
though.
with am I not? Did someone else say that they don't want to hear a spoiler?
No, I said that's facts.
Oh, okay. But yeah, spoiler
Wait,
alert for
how
Boruto.
did
He
now I'm lost
evolved
because I'm not
and
aware.
Kurama remanifest inside of her after Naruto was uh frozen in time, I guess.
Frozen in time. What?
Yeah,
It's a
he's in
that's
another
like
dimension right now.
yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So are we able to just forego that future information and use it for now? Because under the
Well, it
pretense
was stated in
then,
the very beginning that the Gentry that the tailed beast would reform if their vessel was killed.
Yeah.
They just don't know how. They don't have a timeline for that.
okay.
So realistically, I would say there's no reason for Kurama to help Sasuke, just like there was no reason for him to help Naruto. But even given that he does exactly for Sasuke what he did for Naruto, I don't see a reason Sasuke would be A, more proficient at it, or B, stronger than he was with the Sharingan. I don't.
I mean,
I
he did have heavy training because like the Uchiha word, they were like essentially the military or like the police force or what have you, right?
yeah.
Yeah, so he would have that type of quote unquote formal training, and then Naruto still being raised as an orphan, correct?
Right,
Yeah.
right. Same
So
upbringing,
all of his
everything.
stuff would, huh? Oh, it's
I,
just so I don't know. I'm gonna say on like a light push. I'm still having Sasuke come out on top at that point.
If
He
I'm
may he may squeeze by the by the skin of his teeth, but I think he can pull it out.
if I'm looking at the end fight and the ending of Naruto, which I want to go back to what you said about the wind style and the lightning style. It has been shown that the lightning style can win against that Rasengan.
If you have more power,
if he has more power, for sure.
Right, but if he has the
and at
nine
this
tails,
point,
if he's going nine tails like Naruto did in the ending of the series, if he has that little minute chakra added to his lightning style, then you don't think that he could overpower his Rasengan with ease?
I feel like the
ease,
curse mark.
absolutely not.
I feel like
Absolutely not. I'm
curse.
Minato, a
Kurama
non-Uzumaki,
Chidori
was able
would
to
not.
suppress Kurama.
You said what?
Minato suppressed Kurama with Rasengan. Full manifested Kurama. I think Naruto being on Sasuke's level,
When
I
was
think the
this?
Rasengan is a higher level jutsu than the Chidori. Yes,
Wait, when
100%.
was this?
It's an uphill battle.
And at the very beginning,
He hit the nine
I
tails
don't
with a
know.
Rasengan. I thought he bounced back a tail beast bomb.
He moved a tail beast bomb. I don't think he hit the nine tails with his own tail beast bomb. I don't think that happened.
He
He
either did
created
that or he teleported it somewhere. But I don't
he
ever remember him
teleported it.
hitting him with a Rasengan.
No, Hiruzen pushed him with the staff. And then the chains. So I guess not.
So here's one thing I wanted to say. Y'all remember when Jiraiya taught Naruto the wrestling gun during the end of the tuning exams, everything?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. With
And
Tsunade.
Vaguely.
yeah, and it was very difficult for him to learn it. And then
Yep.
that's when he did that, 5 prong release on him to, regulate his chakra, which it wouldn't be difficult for Naruto to learn it in the first place. Jiraiya already said he was a prodigy at that point. It was a miracle he's even able to do that much with the sea alone. So having the Sharingan, he's going to learn it easier, probably be able to learn to perfect it easier, and already be at the wind style. Now, I ain't going to say Rasen Shuriken, but That
No,
perfect
hell no.
Rasengan that he had
They
right
just say that.
before. Let me finish real quick. That perfect Rasengan that he had before he learned Rasen Shuriken when he was at training with Yamato on the waterfall.
I'm willing to say he could just copy the jutsu outright.
I believe
That
so
is
as
true.
well. But I'm
I
saying
was
he
gonna
could
say he
take a
got the
perfect one
Sharingan, but he wouldn't
Kakashi.
be that proficient of a user with the Sharingan yet.
He's Naruto.
Sasuke
What?
copied a
He's
taijutsu
Naruto.
style, and he had no chakra. That was
You said
that was
what?
the whole reason
He's
he's
gonna
alive.
be a better user with the Sharingan than Sasuke was.
He would be a better user than Sasuke.
Yes.
That's 110%.
I think what made Sasuke such a good
110%.
user of the Sharingan is because his battle IQ was already high. I don't think you can just throw a nigga a Sharingan and niggas be like, oh, fuck it.
You
Yeah,
can throw
yeah, that's
Naruto a
exactly
boat
what
and he gonna learn how to drive with it, nigga. He's nice.
I think y'all putting
Sasuke
too
worked
much on his.
super hard for what he had. Naruto just started working hard when they got in the same team, and Naruto was catching and then beating Sasuke very quickly. Sasuke consistently worked very hard for everything he achieved.
And did
Naruto
Naruto?
excelled with the Sharingan.
And you don't think any of that was helped out along the way with him having that chakra?
No, I think the Nine Tails was consistently a
So what
hindrance to
about his
Naruto.
fight against Gaara when he summoned a fucking like manifestation, or
That
he
was
kind
a
of manifested
transformation.
the nine tailed into a
That
fox?
wasn't
Like
even the
he,
actual Nine Tails.
yeah, I know
He was.
that, but I'm saying that the nine tails chakra helped out with that though.
I don't think so. Maybe I don't think so.
That wasn't all
Maybe that's
Naruto's
just regular
chakra.
transformation jutsu. Again, as in Uzumaki, he had even if he has 1/10 the chakra he had before, which is way too low. 1/10 is way too low. But even if he had that, he would be able to do a perfect toad summoning, just like Jiraiya,
Mm-hmm.
who has no notable amounts of chakra besides being able to do Seicho.
What clan is Jiraiya from?
I don't even think he has a last name. I could be wrong.
Bro, Clan. Nah, but for real, let's just try and wrap up the vertical where we at so we don't go for too long.
Um, I think I'm still sticking with Sasuke. I think it would still
Yeah,
make him better.
that's two Sasuke right now. What was the score before? What was it? 3 Sasuke, 1 Naruto.
It was
Sasuke, that's a great point actually. Sasuke has to go up against Toad summons.
What do
Ooh,
you mean?
Naruto can summon toads.
Sasuke can summon snakes, so
Not by the end of the Chunin arc. He had
Correct.
0 summonings. That's why
That
Naruto
is
didn't use them
correct.
in the Battle of the End.
I
You're
mean that nigga
fucking
didn't
fair.
really need him if we being honest.
He did with the snakes.
I'm be honest, he really didn't.
So
The
you're
snake
telling
really,
me
his snake
if,
summoning only
if,
really saved him in the fight
if
against Datara.
Naruto summons the Chief Toad and then grows a cloak, Sasuke's beating him with
You
a
said grows a
Sharingan.
cloak. What do you
No,
mean?
I'm talking about OG Naruto. If Naruto had used the toads in the Valley of the End at the end of part 1 Naruto, you're telling me Sasuke would have won that fight?
Did that ever
Definitely.
happen? I mean, we're putting in what ifs, but that never really happened in the show. So I'm not gonna say it is or it isn't. And I don't even know if Naruto would have the same summonings if he went that route with the Sharingan.
Well, that's the point of our
Yeah,
thing is regardless of how they
yeah,
got there, they end up in the same milestones. So I would just, like he
yeah.
trains with Jiraiya to learn the Rasengan, he would get the toads.
How would Jiraiya
that is
proficiently
true.
teach him how to use the Sharingan though? That was the
He wouldn't.
importance of Kakashi.
He wouldn't. Naruto taught
Sure, but
himself the
she never
multi-shadow
taught.
clone jutsu, so he's definitely
So
gonna
how do
teach
we
him.
assume that Naruto would be proficient user of the Sharingan if nobody who has a Sharingan trained him?
Because Sasuke was never trained on how to use his.
He was
That's
by
correct.
Kakashi.
He was not.
He
Kakashi
was
never once gave him a lesson on Sharingan that we saw on screen.
I
Not
the
one
thought
only
time.
thing. The only thing Kakashi trained Sasuke on was how to master the lightning element and how to use the 8 gates. That was during when he was teaching him the Chidori.
mhm.
When he said he knows how to open the first gate and shit, and he wanted to
And he
figure
only
out
taught him
how.
the Chidori because he already knew how to use the Sharingan, and it was a bonus for that ability. He didn't teach him anything about the Sharingan. He wouldn't teach Naruto anything about the Sharingan either. I don't think Kakashi would. It
Why would
beyond
Naruto
his
need to be taught about the Sharingan? Ain't got no use for it.
why wouldn't he?
You said what's up?
Did you say why wouldn't he or why would he?
I don't see why he would, honestly.
No, me neither. I don't think Naruto would be trained on the Sharingan, but I don't think he would. Well, let me back up. I do think Jiraiya would give him notes on the Sharingan if he thought it needed improvement. If he thought Naruto was lacking where other Uchiha at his point had succeeded. And I don't think that would be too hard to do for a ninja like Jiraiya, who has been in many wars with many different allies and enemies,
Mm-hmm.
and who also gathers information. But
For real.
but Sasuke has no avenue to get a summon. So regardless of how proficient Naruto is with the Sharingan, he could be half as good with it as Sasuke is. By the end of the tuning exam, Sasuke has nothing to beat its own.
That is facts.
Unless you're going to tell me he can manifest 3 tails for no reason.
I do think that he would be farther along in manifesting tails than Naruto was at that point, but that's only solely upon the fact that I think he would give in easier than Naruto, especially after having that shit. Like, if he got his seals unlocked, I don't know how all of this is going, but if he got his seals unlocked, I feel like he'd be further along than Naruto was.
Maybe, but if he had the same complex he had in the original series, I don't think that happens neither. I think he would reject the idea of needing Kurama's power altogether.
I don't think so. I think he'd take that because if that's like saying then why wouldn't he take Kurama's power but then he'd take the curse mark power?
He didn't take the curse mark. The curse mark was put on him by a crazy
Right,
man.
but then he went and got trained by that crazy man. So if we're being honest, he was accepting to it.
Well, sure, but I mean, who wouldn't go train with a Sanin if you had someone really strong you wanted to kill? I mean, it makes sense why he would go with Orochimaru.
Mm-hmm.
He might have did that regardless of having the curse mark, but Orochimaru never stopped to have a conversation with him, like, "Hey, do you wanna?"
Fair enough.
I never even thought of that. He probably could have just asked.
So moving on to Final Valley, y'all, because we're pretty evenly 2-2 on that, and we're not going to move on
Yeah,
that.
that's 2-2. The other one 3. So far, Team Sasuke's up.
So what about the Final Valley, y'all think?
Oh, and then this is where it gets hard.
I think y'all soup up this nigga's taijutsu way too much. I don't think Naruto gets proficient in taijutsu until Shippuden, if I'm being honest.
Is when he can actually throw hands. You're not wrong there.
My bad, go ahead.
I think Naruto had better taijutsu. Overall, in the earlier one than in Shippuden, the only time I really seen him have good taijutsu in Shippuden is during the Pain Invasion. Other than that,
Yeah,
the Pain
when it counts.
Invasion, the 4th grade ninja war. I mean,
he didn't do any taijutsu in the 4th grade.
Naruto was extremely fatigued and running out of chakra, just like Sasuke at the end of the Forest of Death. And he beat Kiba, who was in Inuzuka. Their whole thing is fucking taijutsu and dogs.
Facts.
He beat Neji. We can call it fucking the plot
Taijutsu
fuck up,
prodigy.
and it probably did, but he
that
beat
was
Neji.
so much. Like we're referencing plot armors. This is so crazy. Because if we're being honest, anybody who's ever watched Naruto knew that Neji was never supposed to lose a fight against Naruto.
The way excuse me, the way he beat Kiba was probably stupid, but that wasn't plot armor. I think Naruto was always supposed to beat Kiba. He was supposed to be shown to be better than Neji. They probably could have re-choreographed the fight so it didn't look so one-sided until Naruto gets one good hit in. But the point was Naruto was better than Neji, just like he beat Gaara. That wasn't much taijutsu, but he beat Mizuki with academy level taijutsu, who beat Iruka, who is a teacher of children in the academy.
Arguably the weakest.
And
what are we talking about right now?
I'm talking about levels of ninja.
Weak as hell.
Sasuke probably would have lost
to Iruka.
To Mizuki.
I don't know. I don't think that's true. He had a killer's intent at that age.
Yeah, I'll take that back because the bell test was directly after that. He touched the bells. I'll take that back. But no, I do think Naruto has consistently been at the top of the taijutsu users. His shadow clone jutsu does help him with that. There's nothing wrong with that. He's in Uzumaki. He can still use it.
So, as far as just pinpointing on their final Valley fight, what makes y'all think Sasuke would beat Naruto?
I mean, my opinion on skill level and what it would be is different from what you guys are thinking. So I can't say with certainty, but I honestly, like I said, I do feel Sasuke would have been along further with his nine tails and jutsu that he's come in contact with. Um, especially with the Chidori, I feel like he would have been further along in the Chidori than what he originally was.
Why?
Just with having so much more chakra, you can experiment and do other things with it. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna
I,
lie, Sasuke low key is creative as fuck.
I'll give you
Like
that.
Sure,
He
but
would have
why
had
would
an
he?
Kuden is creative. Like that's you. You know how fucking high your battle IQ has to do to plot that out, to create a rainstorm and then to tame the thunder.
So I'll give you that as far as he'd have more time to experiment with it. Because one thing that was said during the training, he could only use that Chidori twice a day due to his chakra reserves.
You know.
Um, but here's the thing. I feel like if Naruto was in that same, I'm not saying if we taught Naruto the Chidori, but like if he was up there with Kakashi on that rock training
Mhm.
for the Chidori and he had the Sharingan, he would have been able to use the Sharingan more efficiently, and he'd probably been able to use it like 4 or 5 times a day
I agree.
because he's better at everything. Naruto had a lot of adversity. You want to talk about plot armor? He had a lot of plot going against him just to make him weaker because he was so nice at everything that he did. Like when he was running up the trees and couldn't control his chakra and shit. You know what I'm saying? Had Naruto been born with the Sharingan, he would have beat Sakura in that shit. The one with the best chakra control.
Mhm.
Definitely most likely. And also I agree that Sasuke might be able to do a little bit more than Naruto was at this beginning part, but
Right.
during Shippuden, Naruto wasn't able to train with the Nine Tails because it kept coming out. That was the whole reason him and Jiraiya stopped training with it. So I don't see Sasuke being able to do any meaningful training with it with Orochimaru. He's not going to want to deal with the Nine Tails.
Shit. For real, he might just kill Sasuke on that. But
Yeah,
on some real shit, even with the curse mark, Sasuke still having that, that's probably going to amp the Nine Tails up even more in power, but also
probably.
in terms of like not being able to be controlled. You know what I'm saying? It'll make him more wild and probably more aggressive. And Sasuke, just based off of not having that controllability with that, he might be stronger overall, but not able to control that strength, like on some judo shit.
Yeah, but if we taking that into consideration, how is that go cause Naruto to win and win the fight there in the Fountain Valley? Like I
Because
understand if we taking concept from the when it actually happened, the only reason that Sasuke pulled out winning was he moved the Chidori over to the right a little bit, or yeah,
the,
moved the Chidori over to the right.
the
Yeah.
only
So
reason
Past that, nothing else. Like
no, the only
nothing
reason
else.
one
They were
was
both
because
tapped out of
Naruto.
chakra.
No, the only reason Sasuke won was because Naruto wanted to take him back on his own, so he didn't use toad summonings. So I mean, I guess if we're gonna say they have the same mentality during every moment, then I guess he wouldn't use the toads. But I don't see a reason.
I don't even think they would get to that clash of Rasengan and Chidori
I don't
because
either.
Sasuke would lose control before then. And to answer your question right now, if he was stronger, that doesn't mean Naruto will win just because he's uncontrollable. But we got to think:
Hmm.
how do the X-Men beat Juggernaut every time? Because he's strong as fuck and retarded and can't really control where he's going. So they use their smarts to try and
Hmm.
overcome him. Naruto, as we said, is a battle genius, and as we said, he fucking has the Sharingan, which can predict all of the moves of. It might not be able to react to Sasuke's moves at that speed, but it could predict it, letting him
I
be able
agree.
to, see what he could do ahead of time. So I feel like even with the goal of him just trying to get Sasuke back, he could definitely win that fight.
But Sasuke would have been whole ass trying to kill the dude,
He would have
But
just
and he
but
would have succeeded.
he
So
doesn't have
we are
tails.
running up on 38. Do you guys want to wrap this up and see where we come out with a conclusion at?
Yeah. What's your final thoughts, Sith?
I'm
Who
still
you
going
taking for this
Sasuke,
fight?
100%.
All right, go
yeah,
ahead.
Naruto.
Cheeks.
Definitely
Oh,
Naruto. Definitely Naruto. I just failed to see where Sasuke gets this massive boost from that Naruto didn't have. He doesn't have the same people helping him with the tail beast, and the tail beast
mm,
actively hinders the chakra. I just don't see it. He doesn't have the Sharingan to learn
Kakashi,
moves.
Kakashi wouldn't even be able to do anything with the Naruto's for
Yeah,
Kakashi
and
with
I'm
the
gonna say
Sharingan?
solely because I don't have
Kakashi was better
enough
without it.
mental thought for it. I'm gonna say Sasuke wins just because that's just how the story goes at that point.
I feel it.
That's fair, I guess. With the rules we set up, it's kind of inevitable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gotta be
Well,
Sasuke.
that, guys, is the discussion. I would like you guys to comment and let us know who you guys would think win. Um, Follow us for more content. We'll have more anime discussions and really any other discussions coming up soon. So, appreciate you guys for viewing. You guys have a good day.